Your boss may know when you open a new tab, how long you stop typing, how often you switch windows, whether you're focused or just trying to look busy. In some companies, software quietly captures your screen throughout the day. In others, it reduces your activity to a productivity score, a number that represents you. You probably never see it, but it can influence how you're evaluated. This isn't suspicion. It's surveillance built into the workflow. And in many workplaces, it's already running, silently, in the background. You don't need a manager standing behind you anymore. You just need monitoring software running quietly on your device. Over the last decade, a new category of tools has expanded inside companies. They're called employee monitoring platforms. They're sold as productivity tools, workflow optimizers, remote accountability systems. But what they really measure is behavior. When remote work removed physical visibility, companies replaced it with digital visibility. Managers couldn't see who was typing or who was distracted. Software solved that, and software is far more precise than a glance across an office. Some systems log keystrokes, not necessarily what you type, but how much, how often, how consistently. Others track mouse movement and idle time. If your mouse stops moving for too long, you may be marked inactive. Many platforms monitor which applications you open, how long you stay in each one, and how frequently you switch between them. More advanced systems escalate further. They take automatic screenshots at intervals throughout the day, every few minutes, sometimes randomly, enough to reconstruct your workflow. Some track website usage, file transfers, and cloud uploads. Others analyze communication patterns, not the content of emails, but timing, volume, and response speed. In certain environments, webcam snapshots verify presence. Not constantly, just enough to confirm you're there. The system doesn't need to watch everything. It just needs enough data to build a pattern. Many monitoring tools don't stop at collecting data. They calculate it. They assign internal productivity scores, percentages, efficiency ratings, activity rankings. Your entire day compressed into a dashboard. You may never see that dashboard, but management might. Here's the detail that matters. These systems measure activity, not impact, not creativity, not deep thinking. They measure visible motion, clicks, inputs, time spent active in approved applications. When activity becomes the metric, activity becomes the goal. That changes behavior. When people know they're being measured, they adjust, not necessarily to improve outcomes, but to improve what the system detects. You minimize breaks. You hesitate before opening non-work tabs. And over time, employees learn which signals are rewarded. You respond quickly to maintain responsiveness metrics. You begin optimizing for visibility, not necessarily value. Deep thinking can look like inactivity. Research can resemble distraction. Strategic planning can appear idle. The software doesn't understand nuance. It understands signals. When evaluation becomes constant, self-monitoring increases. From a company's perspective, the logic feels rational. They're paying for time. They want accountability. They want measurable performance, especially in remote environments. Monitoring tools promise clarity. Data feels objective. Dashboards feel neutral. Numbers feel fair. Employees begin imagining the dashboard even when they can't see it. They regulate themselves based on what they believe is being tracked. Surveillance becomes internalized. The unsettling part isn't that monitoring exists. It's how seamlessly it integrates. Installation often happens during onboarding. Policies are buried in documentation. The software runs in the background without visible reminders. No alarms, no flashing warnings, just logging, recording, calculating. Most employees don't know how detailed the tracking is. They don't know how long data is stored. They don't know how it's interpreted. They only feel the pressure to remain visibly active. The modern workplace doesn't rely on observation the way it used to. It relies on metrics, dashboards, activity logs, scores. You don't need a manager watching from across the room. You just need software converting behavior into numbers. And once that system is installed, every click becomes data. This isn't experimental. It isn't rare. It isn't theoretical. It's already in place.